Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be introducing two versions of Crimson. I'll explain more about about the versions of Crimsons in the art process because it's going to need a bit of an explanation. Well, explanation means a lot of explanation, but hey, let's just start it then. Chapter 1 Armando. So what the heck am I saying the version of Crimson? What does that even mean? Like, are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Are you high? So, to put that question out of it, let me first talk about Crimson. Crimson is the main protagonist to my main story. He's not a normal human being. He's something different, to put it like that. For starter, he has a tail with a heart diamond attached to the end of the tail. And why? Because inside the diamond is where his actual heart is, or more correctly is where his soul is. The diamond will glow when he's having a strong emotion. It can either be positive or negative. Though he can conceal that tail whatever as he wish, but sometimes he does need to show that up when he needs to use his power. But yeah, during his childhood, Crimson witnessed something traumatic happens to his life. He witnessed watching his own mother got murdered by an evil person. Because his grief, his mourn, anger, sadness were overflowing his soul, and the result of that, his soul exploded and shattered into pieces. And it's not just any normal explosion, it's close to a nuclear explosion, but enchanted in a way. It covers a large area, even his own hometown. A lot of people and other species die from it. However, miraculously, Crimson survived. He's still alive after all that. However, he's no longer himself. He lost almost entirely of his soul. 95% of his soul, to put it like that, is separated from him. And what happened to all of them? Well, as I mentioned, they were shattered into pieces. And those pieces become new versions of Crimson. Each had their own appearance, personality, and ages. They live on their independent life. You could easily mistake them as a normal being. Oh, and his tail? Well, his tail is broken. I'm not sure if I can show you in the image, but I know I drew it before, so I'll put it there in the image so you can see it. So now that I give you all a better explanation about the nature of Crimson and the other version, let's talk about one of his versions, Armando. Armando is the oldest version of Crimson. He's around the age of a late adult. Armando is a werewolf with an interesting characteristic. Well, for starters, as you can probably tell by now, he's a bodybuilder. He loves working out, flexing his muscles to show impressions to others that he's strong. Yeah, he's kind of a dummy, but not on Shigarashi level of stupidity. Sorry, Shigarashi. So Armando personality is he's kind of bossy in a way, but he's hardworking, stubborn, brave, arrogant, foolish, confident, adventurous, and kind of friendly. Yeah, Armando is always working out. He's pretty confident of himself, thinking he can solve problems by brute force and not using his own head, which can lead him into getting trouble than solving. But Armando is always looking out for the others. He does care and protect his siblings, and by his siblings I mean the other version of Crimsons. He can be stubborn at times. Well, just to put it lightly, he can be stubborn quite often. he's also pretty hot-headed too, but he'll do whatever it takes to defend his siblings. Oh yeah, does he have power? Yeah, he does. He can cast fire type spell, but he mostly uses to create a fire punch to make his fighting skill to be more effective. Well, more effective against the ones who are weak against fire. Oh yeah, since he used firepower, he loves eating anything that involves spicy foods. He finds it delicious and it helps boost his firepower, but of course he can't handle cold environments well. He can actually get sick. Oh wait, not sick. He can actually get sick by that environment. His fire magic gets a lot weaker and he can heat himself up without wait, no. He can heat himself up without consuming spicy food. If he doesn't have it on his hand, then he won't be able to gain resistance to cold for a while. Kinda like Breath of the Wild when you need a specific elements meals to gain resistance to hot or cold environments, to put it like that. So I think I talk about enough of Armando. Actually, I think I talked so much about Crimson's backstory and Armando that I'm pretty sure that we're at the illustration. Don't worry, I can just slow down the speed of the time lapse to balance it. Though I feel like it's not gonna be well balanced when I talk about the next character. Well, that's unfortunate, but oh well. I can try, but the art process anyway. It was pretty simple, as you noticed. The first art is kind of several months old. I want to say that, but not that old. It's kind of very late last year. So yeah, but I haven't looked at the footage of the old art in a while. So I know it still looks great to this day, but I know it's back then is where I didn't do my new habits and stuff. But yeah. So the pose was pretty easy on the first one. Same goes to the second one. The second one is him in a running pose, which I'll be honest, this is my first time doing these kinds of pose, so there might be a few errors with this. But regardless, I'm happy how the result came out. Oh wait, also the second one is the most recent one, so that's where all my new habits and stuff is still there, I think. I'm not sure, but yeah. But there's something I think a lot of people are probably aware. I draw Armando kind of a lot, and by like so many, like, because even a few weeks ago, I think I literally made an art of him. And no, he's not my comfort zone character. He's just super easy to draw. That's all, and probably the only thing that comes to my mind. So yeah. But he's just fun to draw and stuff, but yeah. Well, anyway, here's the finished illustration of Armando. I'm happy how he turns out. Now then, it's time to introduce the next version of Crimson. This one is the most recent illustration I made. So let's begin. Chapter 2, Bucky. So this character, well, let's just say he only has 4 art of the entire span of my art journey. So this character was really hard to find a proper design. So I rarely drew him. Well, to put it more accurately, I abandoned him several times. But until now, to start, this guy was based on Clown's design. He got Jester, he got Clown Nose. He got everything that screams clownish, but not on the horror side. Obviously, the good friendly clowns, something like that. But yeah, so his name is Bucky. Bucky is Bucky. What? I had the script writing here, so I don't forget. But I kind of scrolled way too far. Anyway, Bucky is a jester clown ghost. and this is my first time drawing a ghost actually, so yeah. Originally he was just a human with a clown outfit. I can show you in the image in a second. But I grew bored with his design back then as time goes on. And the result of me, well, as I said, abandoning him. Legit, the last art I made of him was back around 2021 or 2022, somewhere around like that. I can't really remember, but yeah. I can put it on the date also when it's the last time. But yeah, honestly, I'm not sure why I decided to make him a ghost with a pumpkin head. I can't pronounce that well. It just popped into my head, and I went like, oh yeah, I never created a ghost character. I must make him be a ghost now. So yeah, that was my thought process when I was creating him. But yeah, so Bucky's personality is mischievous, silly, prankster, energetic, chaotic, and insightful. Bucky is the most troublemaker version of Crimson, and unlike Chigurashi, Bucky loves to blow stuff off. Literally, he likes to nuke everything he wants to. He loves summoning random circus objects to goof around, and even turn himself invisible to scare folks when he wants to. Oh, and he usually has his tongue out to talk like that. So yeah, that's Bucky. He never has his tongue inside, he always has it out. Why? I don't know, but he always has it there, so yeah. Bucky's design is very primary color, with the only exception of his hat having a purple and his face being orange. Honestly though, do you think his head is a basketball or a pumpkin? I feel like basketball will be fitting for him because it fits more. Pumpkin seems to be more on the spooky size character. So, and to be honest, he doesn't look like a pumpkin head, to be honest. Kind of looks more like a basketball. So yeah, let's go with the basketball, I guess. But anyway, so what you saw in the process is me going with what appearance I should go with, what he'll look like, etc. I'm not sure in the beginning I tried drawing him in a human form, but I don't think I did. So after that I started working on the illustration, and this is where I decided to go with him nuking something behind him. Why? Because he's Bucky, what do you expect? The illustration process was pretty easy and fun. I love drawing an explosion behind him to show how his chaotic side. So yeah, I'm glad I did that. I'm sorry for the one who got exploded behind, but I'm sure they'll be okay. Maybe. Also, if you're wondering why I decided to show you Bucky after Armando illustration, because they're both polar opposite. Well, let's just say Bucky loves to prank Armando a lot, and I mean a lot. He loves to make him angry at him chasing Bucky and so on. Oh, and that doesn't mean he only targets Armando, he targets everyone, especially you. If you hear knocking at a door, that might be him waiting for you to get pranked or have you and the entire house exploded. Nah, I'm just kidding. Or maybe not. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention one crucial details of the version of Crimson. They originally based heavily on Inside Out characters. Do you know the movie wow? Do you know the Disney Pixar movies Inside Out characters? Well, I based them heavily on that movie. Like Armando was anger and the other person was just Emotion's name. It's only until like around 2022, I don't remember, but I know somewhere around that time I started giving them an original name with original design as well. I'm really glad I did that because I think my OC will never have evolved if I kept sticking them being Inside Out OCs. Heck, even Crimson would not evolve either. Honestly, if you're curious what they looked like back then, my art skill were just back in 2019 bleh. It's just a random circles head characters. It's just, you know, that's where I started drawing back then. It is, I don't have art qualities back then, so I apologize if you see something so weird and stuff. But yeah. So anyway, here's the finished illustration of Bucky. I'm happy how he turns out. I'm really glad I went with this design. It really helps me push out my comfort zone and make him more different than the others. I'm really glad I did that. So that'll be it for this video. By the way, before I sign off, is there any particular version of Crimson you want to see? There's like 6 versions of them. So I'll show you the numbers on which the character there is. So if you want to see any of them, you can leave it down in the comments below or something like that to see, you know, so you can tell me what character you want me to show you next. So I'll be signing off. Thank you so much for watching this video. As usual, feel free to share your thoughts and feedbacks in the comment section. I would love to hear your thoughts. Have a great day everyone. God bless, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!